It's week 2 of the National Football League, where we've got a team that began in Cleveland against one that still calls it home. It's the Browns and the Rams under the lights on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, it should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the first overall pick in the 2018 draft. A 4-year starter, of course, for the Cleveland Browns. Now going against him, Baker Mayfield. Baker going to throw this right away. Finding Williams on the check down. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. You look at this Browns defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and to be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week 1.
Yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really have something to talk about.
That's the challenge. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They'll run for the first time here with Kyren Williams. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 18 carries, 123 yards, and a touchdown.
Leading the league in rushing after week 1, you know he'd love to double down and continue that type of play here in week 2.
Now a 2nd and 6. They go play action. Mayfield. This one swung out to Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Play fake. Mayfield. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Yeah, the button was changed on that play. Normally it's X. And when I hit X, obviously I was like, oh shit, it's changed to R1.
First carry here for the running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, Stockton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back to throw now on first down. It's brought in by Harris. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back to throw. Stockton flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. They'll run on first down with Wright. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. A look there at the numbers last week for Wright. 13 carries, 58 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Now 2nd and 9. In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 9 now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in L.A. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Mayfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. But following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands... what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll get it right back to Washington. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Mayfield now. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Mayfield off the play fake. And he checks this one down to Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Mayfield finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Second down and 3. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Pass complete there to Nacua. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Mayfield. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Williams. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
And this is going to be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Throwing to start the drive. Stockton, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They'll work the middle here with Wright. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. 2nd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. Looking to throw. Stockton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Stockton. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
To throw, Mayfield. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Going to be taken in here by Nacua. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. They'll start on the ground with Wright. Room here to run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. On first down, they'll stay with Wright on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
He finds his man, complete. It's Sullivan. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Washington's got it. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Stockton. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Back to throw again. Complete. It's Dotson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throw right side complete to Dotson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Extra point try now for Patterson. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports.
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The Browns offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Operating from the gun. Stockton, he finds his man, complete. That's Sullivan. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. Fourth down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun. Stockton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Stockton eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. A give up the middle to right. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Wright. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down at 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Delay of game,
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Back to throw. Stockton. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
2nd and 5. Mayfield on play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So here's a 3rd and 14. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing. Mayfield. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mayfield now. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's 3rd and 7. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board. But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Abanikanda. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. From the gun on 3rd down. Stockton, throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. Pedersen's kick is good, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Williams is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own block.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Puka Nacua from 4 yards out. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Off play action. Stockton, he'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And knocking that with but free on the defensive side, Kaiir Elam.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Pass complete there to Nacua. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good. Rams first down. 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He finds Bateman over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. Here's Mayfield. He finds Watson. It's caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And he'll just get rid of it. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go with Williams. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. Williams can't punch it in on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. On 1st down, they'll start out with Wright. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll go right back to Wright. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. To throw, Mayfield. Going to be taken in here by Nacua. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. He'll find Bateman once more. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, he's got the hook up to Whittington. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. And again, it's Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
A gain of 3, second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's a win here for the Cleveland Browns, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their second-year quarterback.
Yeah, he had a tremendous night throwing the football, wound up with 4 touchdown passes. He had in his mind early that he was going to go into attack mode, and he sure was successful.
So for the Browns, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.